Enofein na nam kwan ho a me feel oye amenfi na my driver bodun kran ha na merba ni nyina mehwe kwan ho a mohu de Galamsey rokodo mohu de amanfore ye dwuma wo car kwan ho mohu krofo a worutu even electricity pole out of home because of Galamsey na mehwe de ende Ghana ha yutum ye jail or ye chairman wound to me there uncle 2 Galamsey onfa so mbo fo onfa excavator uncle 2 fo nemum wase ne concession legal concession akonta mining okita legal concession ene ebi abade nipa no opede okoye reclamation because bi metutu be a opede osiesi asase no nipa no be no obeka kire no oso okay se pede reclaim eboa na reclaim ne dua kube no ye mfaso za mama okwan na kudua kube no na reclaim asase no ademano ampaso court kaya assessment hunde kube no wedua reclamation so why on the same land nankasana in contention so oye licensed concession and a land na nipa no 1 why reclamation 2 wedua kube no ena oye attorney general ese wabra odi dam concession no ozere ma nipa no ma wakudua kube no no why reclamation wedua kube no na nkodo oji permission ozi free minister ho by law per act 703 oye de oji permission on na offer an assignment no and son wa hand over concession no document adamane de abranti ebotu akaya reclamation na ono ena chairman wontumi anyenti other prison na mohwede ebi ikita shovel pickaxe jina kwan ho na all process gold all to gold all excavator sido machine sido tetetetetete na Ghana security agencies ni biara huni na which is there yeah selective justice very unfortunate as a country na you are not doing it to serve as deterrent to others osande se ya hwehwe nsem no ma wasa asem okota wonka wasem na mum obu awieza itum ka wasem mejize there dam result obey I assess it as persecution and not prosecution and wound to me is just a political prisoner. That is how I will conclude it. Why? Because 1 concession in contention no concession a can wasem nara. Was it a legal concession? That is yes. It was a legal concession. I won't mikita no document. Another question is, so a legal concessioner wanna no determine there the mining nankasa na orokodo no or illegal mining and or Galamsey. Chief Inspector of Mines was he invited in court to determine there as in an area no or illegal mining and or illegal mining because or illegal concession and even posna say be mining or concession no. The question you ask yourself is near there ana edwuma na warrior no or follow due processes. Now who determines there or follow due processes? Because the only time ibiri illegal mining where yipano only license to mine, only license for a concession, onkaji operating permit, you may say so. per judgment order yina yenyimino. Was operational license mentioned? No. Was the chief inspector of mines invited? No. Concession na nor yejuma wodono or illegal concession? Yes. Nti se ereka wansam na se nyipa nara okotu gold na nkasa okoye Galamsey no oye PW2 no ana testify ewo court there. Yes, manam kotu Galamsey no manam kotu gold no so maam ho dam nyipa no yes ono nko fie free obi sande ana reclamation no ampa eye ya oye clear kube no wedua oye clear kube no wo ha wedua efi so oye me ye the Ghana ha. Now we've adopted the system because of the space in the law there. Say nipa na koku nipa mpo na se eji ofre nipa na we koku nipa no de bra now mayo a witness in court na nipa na oma koku nipa no kire hen now ono botuma abobia nizin na ono wako free nti say even the aspect of proving beyond reasonable doubt is even sometimes buried. Ono no wabeka there e no some kokunu. How do you even prove the kind? We don't even go there. Now in the kade e no some kokunu. It's very unfortunate. There Dam Henry Oko na oy boy Ben Brawo assassin do oye Galamsey, and he admitted in court. Where is he? Where is he? Inti chede betuma ka Galamsey na bobia is in there you know ma make ye na akofie free ane. Is that what the government is telling us? Say ono so oye and what testify in court, I think he must be brought before the law. He must be brought before the law. We are going to appeal. Now, because I'm so confused and sad. Because where is the leg of proving beyond reasonable doubt as enshrined in Act 29 and Act 30? Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves as a country? Yes, one to me may have his own, issues in terms of communication. Sometimes you feel that say penina or they kwana fa do kasa. Onyi de okasa etia man penyin. But Eko America wo show bia. In fact, what may make President Trump sometimes we're depicted as a moron. Show, TV show, live, and people watch. Millions of people watch. Nobody's arrested for mimicking President Trump as a moron. Nobody's arrested. But in Ghana, Kasem Tiamanpein, you'll be arrested now. Why? Where are we? I will never subscribe to Obia or Shishe. Ibia witu mwafu egwa kesa oye mampenyin. No, I can't do that. Share mampenyin biya robada whether oye NDC or MPP or CPP. No, because on that form there, ebotuma abofo egwa kesa oti dem. Se nyamini nse nyima intum. Nti biara witu mwafu yene egwa kese oye mampenyin. I respect the person. No matter the political affiliation. Irrespective, yen fik fie krum. Yen fin tete krase. Oh, ye de ye mambra ye juma. I'm happy there today. NDC I'll find a way now. NDC TikToker arrested. They are trying to be more Catholic than the Pope. the Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Wakoshe Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Rubentina, Wakochin. And I'm happy the humble Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has issued a statement to that effect. Demo poncho say ibika sam no hihye mahroba mpa. Meji de nyimpa no onye handcuff no ezi edu gunsa no ye kasa papa ebe kasa nezi tunufo de wanyi penyin nkasa dam won kasa dam nkyere penyin sanyine nya adwunu mpa owo enyizi kwando oda fado enyi dam penyin kasa. Yes, I agree there these days because of them TikTok awaba binum tuminya mic tina wofie ibinum kasa sebe by heart and faso nyansanyim they are not really communicating to the people of this country. However, education onye handcuffing no be solve that issue. Onye there's a handcuff ne yakada cells eyedama emma omano onye stable in terms of governance. Enti epongu there nansen boy TikTok no na nkofo ne nam street to do some attacking the police, some are I mean President Mahama, I'm telling you the Ghana for enyam yehwenyo there yehu cells, yehu prison. No, we are not interested in that. What we are interested in there Formula 133 no be yejuma, mranti be yejuma ye. What we are interested in there 24-hour economy no obe yejuma. What we are interested in there dam wo nkoko nkete project no you expanded there about to create in each district and a constituency a larger farm and a very big farmer about to na onyempo you can even piggery about to da komprokum the other projects aka ho na I employ mbranse no into work one district do about 500 to 1,000 youth are engaged in this. Na Christmas podra utumpo dibiache. Yes structures wo ho no nye de nkoko 5 be she bi inside eje na Kenyan one. That is not what we need. We need to be ambitious. We need to take bold decisions. We need to take decisions that will have impact on our teeming youth. On the area my area there you create more enabling environment for nkrofa ubotum wankasa so waye wankasa wonejuma no wetum waye now gold board where ma warrior wo ho there anything that you have or there called gold board I mean we feel there it's a good policy the Ghana we have control over yen gold per year produce but chede mayaye no omwa the future of this country. We are not helping the downstream aspect of our gold. Ma why they divide it. You can't take 100% of whatever they produce legally. Ma one fa at least 50% and Fambra gold board. Once one export to gold board so that you don't collapse their business. Now they're all crying.
Gold board unjia ota unjia na
nana motin there say gold board amausika there fakot to gold na fabra abohwe no oboko na obakoto no na the price ewo baby oroto no or higher than sika gold board zaman now because there awu na ya eto was 100 million Ghana cedis out to account in the to gold. Because the mere fact the work at 100 million, sika 100 million na what about the account me without considering the unit price of what you are going to buy. Inti oyo do de 100 million, but at the cow kese atodo because considering the unit price, you know na abwakau pe indirectly it affects the gold board and so. Into a copy but I'll take my time because me kasa with evidence. At the right time, I will expose what is going on. I will go board. Vis-a-vis there will go. Oh yeah, one sa why you export. I will Ghana how we juma. They are all at home. Once we are employing Crawford. And say but say ye pede ye use even gold. Near the cushion yen economy. in terms of fuel prices na za Dr. Mahmoud Baumia or they buy gold for oil. What? They are implementing it. But the modus operandi is not sustainable. It is not sustainable. You know, a cow men Ghana. No, we can't imagine if proper, prudent measures are not put in place, as the finance people will say. And see, oye there, ye wakwana ye fadwa ye as a country. I mean, ma wun too many zia we see. I cry for those who have been employed in this government for their future. Because or you won't mend tomorrow it will be yours. And if say it be zero court, that is not grounded. Now say it be botum we jelly be on circumstantial evidence. On circumstantial evidence. When it there or chinobutu wato. There ibiaka ye bibi ose brana beka de yi na ose menye. Awona ye na zigina nchen. That thing, I think we need to critique it. Take our time and analyze it. There, a brand na titrumpo oko samra boy concession odona. Oko to gold na narafa no. Where is he? Wouldn't me order prison? Uncle to gold. Unfa so uncle bofumo. Uncle tina excavator do uncle to gold. Now concession and ponkodo. Ukitane document. Ena what's why Galamsey won assassin do. Asem nso man kan chen yipa ko no nka Galamsey. Me ka chen de. Uncle ye reclamation. Sande Galamsey fudi akwa akayempa mansuma hon. And indeed, the former regional minister testified in court there. Narampo kaye soup ho, or the soldier for kaye soup ho, because was the letter brand there. Galamsey fu ho, or ya conta mining for complaining man there. Galamsey fu abanasa asedo. Inti okoye soup or nara kache Galamsey fu ho. It means one condoned and connived with Galamsey, yet he's been imprisoned. Oya sama by law. I am confused as a student of law, as a lawyer. I'm confused because proven beyond reasonable doubt. Our criminal law, where is it in this matter? Now, just the Court of Appeal will be take this matter up. Now, Yahweh, the law, they must prove to us there that this is what the law says on the matter of proven beyond reasonable doubt. Now, Nana, amezi monso Galamsey do minim there. The alternative is that say yafa ekwana oye kwan papado di ya mining na obey beneficial to this country. Ekwana yedi wuntumi afado no oye challenge to the NDC government. Why am I saying so? Now, only there from now, you can Galamsey anywhere. If indeed we are doing this to serve as deterrent to others, from today, only there you can Galamsey anywhere. From today, Ibiara were accused, with evidence. Sometimes even pictorial evidence. Mehu some of the MMDCs are even ahimfie when they are involved in Galamsey. They must be prosecuted. They must be prosecuted. You so there say wa license na ebiri ye Galamsey was asidwa, you stand at risk. Say even if you have not sanctioned, you stand at risk. Because say per this ruling, they say if you have a concession, you must take control of that concession and supervise it well. Until henceforth, which is there, me ebo hu ide Galamsey biara or kodo be biara biara jai. I don't want to mention names, but only there is selective judgment anywhere in this country. Nana, I'm sad because now people talk, they speak their mind, and they are arrested. I'm sad because I'm sad because the promises the NDC made, they are not fulfilling them.
And I'm sad because I have to take leave of you.
I'm happy because you've allowed me some time, but you give me some 2 minutes to conclude.
One, you get one.
Thank you.
Stop talking.
Nana, Mesem Kaseri baby, minus in this country. NPP funyina, mame biana be mumbu. Yazin she papa reba. Ubiara nejuma rungu. Titru one of exporters of gold. Titru how we will refine this gold or bring your impact on the youth. Yes, the Minerals Income Investment Fund, yes, the bay. So far, why you're very productive. I'm happy there. You there. Last year, 2025, 2024, even last 2 years, and last year, Utumo declare profit. Now, that profit I will declare no. And now, you pede on your impact on the youth. The training of minerals engineers, mining engineers, geologists in all the institutions, the mining institutions, I mean, to the University of Mines and Technology. Yet to on concessions to train this in Branson. Yaba will make it very effective. And say, Yabompire, ma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Na 2028, Nyamia yana dom. Niamra moso manimu. The baby a yelko easy, yelko reverse.
Mate, medasi. Obiao.
Anna.
Bramway.
I'm saying near the can, sir, from a goodie to the home semi. Near Esin no 7. O tamfo kra wode no kwoto afiase a ense se o ma wanije eso ne se enye bia ya ahujo wo ho nti yen de menye ni se yerubo se emra edi wontumi nenne wakotwere abankuku nemo nkomo efi ba bi na bedu ne de nga bedu em se asem wi hyase afie twemu na akubia nenne court de muaya wodi abai aba anana me pese emza wo hwa judgment na edos mu nsem dos is about 59 page na highlights bi wo me pese e betwe yan adwene sense minua opanyin Duku rekasa no na ekamia ise opanyin wuntumi hwe mfa no ho kura na yaretwe na so abayi court retwe na so aban anti Galamsey tax force dwumedia woko kwai mu koto se nipa ritu kwai ewo Samra boy na wochire nipa wori dise dwume excavator ka ho sika ka ho etuo ka ho I just a full operation record so kwai and inti enye out of the contest say yereko Galamsey and I wouldn't me call them. The fight against Galamsey no. And na edeko pui say kwaya a bank tax force kwaya soup muno won sako ka won. Na Asem ni muno won a court bo won kwadu no ba ku say won de nyoma won tumi say wo medi djuma ɛwɔ kwae ne mu no ɛyɛ ɔpanyin wo ntumi mmara kwan mu no nso no na kyerɛ sɛ baabi a wodi sɛ adwuma no aban ama mineral right to wo ntumi a ɛwɔ yɛ ne deɛ nkɔmmɔ nyinaa gyina nneɛma bɛyɛ biesa so ne ɛdi kan ɛda hɔ pefee wɔ mmara mu act 703 no ɔpanyin duka boss no sɛ aban ma otumi sɛ ɔman Ghana yi baabi a kɔtum agudi a wonni ho kwan sɛ osan de mo bi foforo so nkodi saa hodwuma a wankɔgye approval mfi aban nsi anemu na aban ho, of course being represented by the Minister of Lands etiamra njem sɛ hɔ de ɛkyenye bi ani ho ne edi hɔ bi o ɔpanyin wo ntumi se ɛyɛ nokware mema wɔn ho kwan sɛ wɔn medi dwuma wɔ masase so na mmom misi wɔn mɛyɛ land reclamation ɛsan sɛ wɔn adi dwuma wɔ saa kwan no mu ɛne nti wɔn mɛgyina hɔ na wɔn mɛsiesie hɔ na asase no mfa ne ntama pa bio ɔpanyin a wɔkyerɛ no ne se ɛyɛ nokware yɛhyɛ ase dua kube na mmom kube a yɛredua as part of the land reclamation no nhyehyɛeɛ wɔ ho ne sɛ wɔsi asase no baabi a yɛntu no wɔnni dwuma bi a wɔ hɔ no yɛntu agudi no wɔ hɔ ne yɛmfa ho mfa so nkɔyɛ saa reclamation no it's in the statement a ɛyɛ witness no gyetu mu kan sɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ɔkɔɛ ne ɔne ɔpanyin wo ntumi kɔɛ ne na kyerɛ sɛ woyi ne fi mu bebree a ɛyɛ den na Asem baako nso yɛ wɔ saa judgment yi ho asan aba ne yɛ the principle of piercing of the veil in company law na say adwumaku bi a di company na nkɛde ne ho say the company is what can then war a court was a separate legal entity I just said it's only panka sa company no edi dwuma a ɛwɔ ho kwan sɛ ebu account ɛwɔ ho kan sɛ wodi company ni timinya and it's limited liability companies na yɛ so wɔn fa so bebree now so there are instances court timi kɔ beyond company no kwahwɛ ni pɛ tachi to establish say what the company no say we are front for wrongdoing nti court nso wɔ ho kwan sɛ wotimi pierce saa veil na ɛbɔ ho ban anka company no betimi agya no na wɔhwehwɛ akonta mining ni mu no kware mu ni kamia yɛ sɛ ɛyɛ one man show anka a company limited liability company de obewo functional board akonta mining ni functional board akonta mining and file any corporate governance records akonta mining ni co-director wo hunu papa HSE wuntumi naja dwumadini na si ne konso inti na company no ho nsem kan no se offer ne se ye company tra enyo bi no ginachi a o de company ready dwuma am se court no so hwe mu no na ho asem kan be den kakra na sabi obi ani ho di bone a obedi no pefe wa wiem na wahu bone di no impempi no aya yedi no wakokoe mana say it is very difficult to establish nti aya impempi no say na opanyin duka kan no court be hwe the circumstantial evidence nsem efefefa asem no of course what the burden to prove beyond reasonable doubt so nipa na ye bone ana say onye na so mrakro na so say no so interested there shouldn't be any shadow of doubt inti se court ne ke kansem ni siani ebi ne se wuso bi nkoye land reclamation a involve sika o ma sika se won fa nkoye reclamation wa ma sika se won fa nye reclamation wo se onipa no kudi dwuma se wa ma no ho kwan so nkuti agude no fa nkoye sebe sa asemi the framework within which I was here here, within the framework of the fight against Galamsey. It's answer na yena jetum say a good day kwai insu ade ankobo ade de adom yen say yen fa ncheche yen ma ne mo kwan a yere fa so eyimu ade de acheche oman no esan resay asase krona enoso ene yenya nkwafi no eni ti se yen anhwe sa adwumade ne ya ebekwa na fe ena yerika say enyarwa ahorowa aba mining areas or the rising kidney diseases, deformed babies, insuya niparenom cyanide ayemuma. There's a real problem. Sa fight against Galamsey SSA etimi address. Medene say enye martial law bi ene kodi wuntumi asem. Ne medene say enye so wode ne kogina ahemfi ene wobu nukumfo. Mra kwanso Ghana no so yen age kabi ma menkabi ene ho mra semwadi. The biggest test and is a senior minority akase obekọ for appeal no. That process should go on. Now decisions are ebaya won the court in enya adwene na no. Yentie the reasoning of the appeal court. That is how democracy is built. Now se kobane se interference bamudia eno ne ebeka ho asem. Izan se mra court didi won't me enye mra aban yiba na de ba ya bran mra wo hode dawo. The judiciary ema judgment enye new court eye court wo hode dawo. Na court nso de assemble ye ho kwanse ye kire ngadwene ye kire wie nso ya ye ho kwanse ye kwa bisa bio se ne court wo kan no ye no wonya adwene eni nti nso hwene se anase hwene se. And where there are superior arguments in Pino, decisions of court has been reversed. Made the essence of the SC within government fight against illegal mining and Galamsey. Now I know the yabeko suya bang na baso say okono esun Peace FM esun tino yeri ntimi oso bakofo ntimi nkata nsa ntimi nkata onyamieni. Brana minia Duku rekasa o say wuntumi a won akire ne yinti as I say Galamsey and the mining any biara with regards to near ore kire say illegal mining no SSA twa eno ne yina yepe say sa illegal mining no ebetwa na ebe fie ngatena mu ne ebe fa kwanpa so ne yetimi de atu sa agudi nanso impempi no so kwe no in stages in different dimensions ena esanso ye process inti menye ni se eyinkwane anamon abangatu naimos ena ye ka se abang ne ye blue water guards worehwe nipa ebebo bang se ne be ya yesu enso ne bi operation scenario enama recently and Chebibri na Naimo Secretary the report by about and the Minister of Lands ne briefing ocha na among abanre tuafa illegal mining. It's a multifaceted na essential year process. Inti mesre se court na ede muayaba senya yegusure pensem sanse mu no. Ne mu masem ni na fapem ne se I was here to me boya abang and your man na sa kwamboni aye faso de saya sase na ankura nya ho faso no etutwa no meje de sase nyina aye boya enye ne aye nyina aye pe ne se nka ye nua wontumi obekwa akoda nen nanso abanesa na abanesa isu yemfa mra kwanso na ne wo se ye na Asem ne se nipo masibire ye no yetimisi nti me de awrehosem nanso o se edi asem ne dika na edi se ye kwa e wo se ye kwa na mebo ye nyina abaso nso se ye rekire nga adwena fa nia esi no na anya ntokwawo na anyo yene Inti nana mede ne amekanen the judiciary of the government of Ghana and ama ruling. Abang de ye pursue ye fight against the illegal mining and the dear Kuwi.
All right.
Ne akade minority wo ho kwan say wo criticize, wo critique. It's part of the process. Inti san wo cheche o man.
So a few things I'm picking free with submission with the kind or say you're more Abaya Basso for his fight against Galamsey. Maybe out the unim. The Udi when near whom the Uji say Galamsey. Yeah, fighting.
A Muniaka Krabi, he communicates well. Then with the or struggle, the obechechim because ma ebia na ne manka ma opedo ohun no ohun oye ne yaw mu do oye ne yaw. He doesn't in any way wish this country bad, but the reality is that Morekano, that is not what is happening. Nana hwe yewo abana
Many you.
Mpade we na de kan question ho.
There be me am questions I'm busy 2 days.
Ma ho no. Ma ho na adwen.
You are not a friend of you are not a friend of my court.
He's a nice man. Ho no kwa.
Look, you are not a friend of my court. 2 days.
Ma my lawyer can say.
Me pe amicus bia wa ha.
Amicus.
Obia.
Nana.
Me say de wonim. De odi wani ehunu. Baby a wafifa Ghana has say near. Can you honestly say we are fighting Galamsey?
Nana, yentimi so nka say there's no fight against Galamsey. There's a fight, but now we be saying the question of impact, and yet the question about the act of fighting it. Impact the debate me aka ho asem, but there's no debate. Say na Yereka say the task force are abangato say enko Galamsey no inni dwumabia.
Okay,
we can have the impact debate later.
Let me follow up with this question. Let me follow up with this question.
Na Yereka yi anya hwekra no abanga repeal mra ema ho kwan say yentu agudi wo kwam na inni ho.
Okay, enti anya hwekra no say no bi ka kire wo say Galamsey maybe I won ni. It is worse than we were in 2024. So one in the panel yard, I didn't know.
Oh, many name yardine is again, no. A seminar rebisano a subjective. Obia ne send you see who. Sa okuifa. Minim said na Yereka say, quiet bebre or wa, and ne. Untimin kuhu Galamsey, and was our quine. And also say, may I afufro so nipa bi nshase. Send the American asema Yereka about Galamsey is sika ho asem Yereka. Inti sika de oreka ho asema ne ko yekona ewo society a ohia ene hardship wom. And inti a consistent fight, but there's been some progress. And Yereka send the American the repeal of the law Emma Hokan said, Obeye Galamsey wo kwai mu no. It wasn't there before. It was legal to enter into any forest reserve and mine. There's been some progress. Today that law has been repealed.
Okay. And then finally you say so to me say or the nasa asema say yenko reclamation na wa mfasika anka ho. Eboa. Wa mfasika anka ho so mfanye reclamation no. Nti no also mon command no mfanye adwuma no nyesa.
Well, it's within the context of the argument, say, Unim Hoshe, and as I come a by, say, accusing say, in Shishayon and a coin, say, on reclaim, Nimum own to or fire 1 year, mine and Nibi Wahoyan, and Fasio Benya Wahono, or the Atiasu Dinijuma. And American within the context, say, the circumstances around it, Timibua, Emma Court. Arrive at some conclusion, which includes sorry reclamation. It involves money. A sika juma. This only be what was the financial arrangement to deal with that? It is all pointing to circumstances. I allow courts to make a deduction. Say, yemfa no benkum anase yemfa nifa.
Okay. But maybe any nine minutes Asem who say untumi de asase ama obi say onko tu baby a yentu ye non fan reclaim baby a yetu na so it means say ye koye na obi wo ho a otu nyesa obi wo ho a na otu untumi asase no otu Galamsey.
Well,
so it means that at the time wa ye kokoche wo mo ye adwuma no as say wono aba be ye first say accused witness prosecution witness na omu etu agudie wo untumi asase ne so a said omutu no enam ne kwan so enunti na ma yakwachi untumi. Is that it?
Well, I don't have a sense of the history that led to that reclamation. Meaning the history are LED here. But one of the defenses are making is a land reclamation.
Okay.
Meaning Bebuku say if he say within the context of say we allow mining within.
I'm even not interested in maybe starting mining.
Exactly.
But the person who say at the time of incident, people were mining the land, right?
Nana, I was in court. I was in court as a witness. I'm imagine for win to me.
Okay.
I'm in a court. Mikajina judge in him. Into minima some no more. Into my casa, minimum what I'm talking about. Nana. Share questionnaire be say. Basic can I catch you there? There was an instance. Oye, the then regional minister was petitioned by Akonta Mining. There, Nkrofori Galamsey was asking now na ye regional security council paying. Enti fa wo security for Fabra na beche da Nkrofo no. Enti na se wuntumi pede entertain Galamsey when asking do ana the concession do. Nka wanchro anka ma regional minister. And the regional minister came to testify in court. There indeed me were pictures, videos, watch them the security for quite there. Yer kache dam Galamsey yes no. Enti na chere want to me na anka sampom pede nkrofo be ye Galamsey was asase no do na yer kan you. That is one. Two nyi there. Nipa na oye aban witness no. Ono mom no kotu Galamsey no. Ena ages there bra na beka asam ni bi bua hen na yenjaaw e ba asam no ntumi nka abeka nsam ono weke di bone no age akono ho de jai awo bra na beka asam ni bi fa bua hen na wasam bo na edi ni na awo no yemfa nko yenka ho asam ehwe adam ni port dem e ba asam no nka mfa nto wontumi no do.
All right, let me
nana asam kura me pede me kan ye de na
me ko doka ayo chankra so
na or can be na me pede me can kakra or can there the fight against mining or your process. In fact, I agree with him 100%. But why ya when you there I'm Mireku duka but see hey me cut the same thing but I was tagged as a Galamsey. There we need all hands on deck. There's a process. Me can we free though. Also a Galamsey enter na you to me used to 2 weeks. Say abana urgent, abana ye serious, abana onyi minyansa. Obotum was 2 weeks or that's of Galamsey. That is what Sam just said.
But what Galamsey?
No, na nyami ohata suwezi. Debia ozi ano osa abua onyi sinezi man na abo onyi dua soso nyami no prano. I kept on saying there, Ame, Messiah mining, but I've never mined in my life. I don't even own a concession. NDC is in government. I'm challenging them. One bra out, one single concession that is owned by Mireku duka. Me mine it that. I've never done so before. Me kanya, but a professed solution to illegal mining. Oh, I Galamsey entra. Now I'm still proving to them that I've never mined before. I've never engaged in illegal mining before. I will always serve my country with my heart. Sometimes maybe we will not say, oh,
right.
You know, deputy minister, or is he here? Because in some point you do a cattle, people, young people like this cannot serve the country well with passion. That is what I'm educating Ghanaians on.
George Mireku Kamedase, lawyer ni. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Sandra Amankwa of Ayeduase Kumase, from your husband and children. Wishing you the best as you celebrate your birthday today, Mrs. Sandra Amankwa of Ayeduase in Kumase, and also from Samson Kwame Nyameche, wishing you the best as you celebrate your birthday today. Roman Nimapa.
Yeah, I mean, you're an ayokes.
And the opening channel show. Intimabafi.
But you tell them into music. Now we ain't cheer tea for no play.
I tell for Casadenka, Krebi come.
Saja, my diesel engine. Me chance my heat. And now, Galamsey Asem there. Say I can't one and can't omiti Peace FM no. Do baby ana say ye dwa masum. Galamsey me no ka say the research. Yes say be obi na abɔ ne siri maka bibi. Kofo ayen hwehwemu animdifo ayen hwehwemu ahu. Sunsun aso bɔne a Galamsey ɛwɔ ma ye as a people. You see am no ka say ye won kronkro bi wo hɔ a asuafo no nko school bi wo kwara nketenkete no ebi ye teenagers omo ye Galamsey omo nko school na opani say usua nam wimpo na ade nantwinam na esua eni ye uhunu wi a e de den na obewe usua nam wimpo de nantwinam den enkan say ye di fizongo na bai. Enti se moframa no ahyase ehu sika efi gold mu a da chinsika ben bio na beso Galamsey affecting kofo awaresem Galamsey onwa yare ne niema haum enkan yesi o for health reasons ye nin kontomre esi say kontomre mpo chemicals na omde ye mine no ebi ekom na nkampese mankeni na ehye fom no se kan kontomre dia na mankeni nso enti eyade a ehaye okwan pi so emmoa oman no ye nyina ye gitum se edumre asese ye ko Galamsey ne ye ko ne yiye senia enkan covid-19 ba se ne ye nyina ye gitum se we die ehu obia nye na fam die Galamsey no kamya ko ese ebi mu mpene so pa se yenye ebi mu so mpene so enkankan wo mu a enya mu mfa so no enche bia na mekofa dunkwaw ayamfere eriko se bibe kwai na ya rehosem bia amma me yam hye pa fi ayamfere ekodi aso no police barrier nachi pe ni yetu ka kwan ewo efan ayamfere ekodi aso police barrier nachi pe omotu Galamsey.
Okay.
There are a lot of areas who cause areas be brave Galamsey omu tu on daily basis omu tu me me yapa ni say ahimfu bi kura kan ho no mutu Galamsey ahimfu etu Galamsey. It's a shame idea emwaye sabio nya Ghana ko na gold wo a lot of countries gold wo and so omu fa kwan papa so enetu gold and kan yesi insuo kura krobi insuo bi da esuehia ana ya wokọ sensuo ni bia se yemfa mpaboa nkonsuo no mpaboa se obi fi krom ho no hu se ode mpaboa ko ma asemato for sensuo no omo sade ye niam pi ko ba ne se na ye tumi fa mpaboa ntie nsuo no dia ye tumi ma onipa de machine ekosi nsuo no se o se nsuo no. There become some of us were lucky. We were fortunate. Say Revan Cobra near num suno direct. Revan Cobra. And this is I say no. The kwatuabu. Na udu baby and Cobra and ebe bo eponima. Wow. So say ye trimo di papa. Ofa fosu. Eko fa praso na hu prapa na na yo. Say ni esi aya. Bon say ye trimo di. And it's all over. Nipa dodo na enyo maden se ombe jai Galamsey no na ye se ese se ma mra ye adwuma So man ye pese e gya Galamsey na you two as ye dia and ye say e mamra ye adwuma. The legal aspects no me de sabi ne lawyer ni nti ye camera se man ka menka ho. Na emom senia bibi besi na ye nyina beti e ho so ye tie e ho ase no ye se ye mfa nko court asema ba ye de akọ court abua se court no ye ne ye se court no ye ne enye na ya ye wo ekomienu a ba ko be ka se wo ne court ye no pepe wan fumba kokra ye wo another ku o be ka se court no ankasa ye nsikura ankaye yo ye bia nye oh eba ne sa ma sebi ebi mu so nhu asem no emu nokora eda ho enti anka me MPP ni de enso nia osumasi ye de enye papa me condemn nia court ni ye na eye moma yanhwe se ye be ya to aso me NDC ni de enso nia court ye de me gidi se entwa yie anka yanhwehwe nsem no mu bio but unya nipa ba kokora obekasa differently ho na ya na ha me kakra anka ne papa mu de yanhwe objectively susu ampa nia court ne kan ye no se mra kwan mu no papa dia na de ba be yesuade bi ama ya ka ne se mesumi nkoye bibia etesa enkan no yes oh it's alleged e be kan for evidence bra ba asema court abua de obetumi agina so aka asem enti se enye dia ye hwehwe we su ne ya adwen se ye nkoye saade ni bio 7 as a deterrent se ya you know say between 20 and 25 also a man 20 and now prison da nya sam ketu o me ko prison da ne mo covid nti matena fie 2 weeks da enum ponu wa u fie na ya enya de papa o so efie na mu no ukotire no obetire na atade ba ku ka sen okon ho restriction say ye gi wo fa ahodie free wonsam enya de ketu o emre bi atwam a me na me ya argument say ade na obi akodi bon na ede na akoto prison na ede o man sika to aduane man di me say ye restrict wa obe hu say prison enya de papa enye enti say wo pe wuntumi asem say wo mpena asem say hwe no wanya aban amane na wonya obe hu say tumi no sebe obi di aso sembi o say we ne o man mu ne nyina o okokota na esregeke o say the republic versus near the Udian Beshaho. Nti woni o man mu ni nyina na enya asemo. Nti on say ye hwe adanse ye nyema asisi nyina achi a odi ho fo nti kwadam emfie aduonu. Say wontumi ni lawyers aserve notice say on be kwa appeal emra kwan so. Me ya me dan say ye ka ase ama ne sentence me hu say nipa bi gina ka kwan so ye demonstration. We are maturing. Nti akwan papa so no ye nkwa appeal. Yakwaya appeal na se judge no ana se omo e de be show omo nsa no omo kodi asem no hu se o asem no ni edi kan kwan na anko yiye nya na ni eja no omo ka se mi nya. Let's use the process. Matise lawyer pani bi so e kan se on betimi po asan apply to the same court akwaji bail amano ansa na appeal no kra ba. All these are processes am betimi afa so se avenue wo ho nko na obetimi dia pre ne fa ho dia yemfa saa kwan no so de mo masem no ne ehia me pa ne se o mamu ni nyina yemhwe se ade a ye ya edi enya enkankan ne se yemfa kwan papa so nye no eno de enya ade asese yefo aso enne ebia ya bo wuntumedi ekina ebetumi ya nipa foforo susu ampa nipa dodo na eye Galamsey o mamu ye ni wom. Let's not pretend ye ni mom wo ye Galamsey. And so say ye betumi ahwe na ya twom nyina so de a Asem papa be boaye ba mane koye se o ye yi ba konfiri mu dia o ene omo maka ni omo abegyan omo nyai ye ja azese ye chi nipa nyenne nipa ni bi wo wa wo ye ne den wonya hu sika no ne kun ye din nti ye mfa hoodin hyem se Galamsey no ye behwe ye se o forest we a reserve ye nkom ensuo ye nkoho anka ye betua man ni on other places impa anka enumpo no yesi emfa kwan papa na nka mpese yesi yesensuo na ya make say nkronkro pi wo mamu a ne omunya ne sa river na da kromo no ye kaze ento sase water ontumi nto na ye sense you no nya gold ni musica ye dey betra krokasi mu na ye dey enjoy life na omo te ho no mum na ebre enya de papa asase so enti nyina asoman no ye mfa hye itrim se ye nhwe ma sa de we nkos maka what happen me say president every all MCs NDCs say wo me man bosumi miensa wo MC no na the head of the security council and I say DC one head of security wo ho na say one bia police commander immigration wo ha ono so abeka ho all the security services what the whole district and I say municipal and metropolis mu nyina nkammo me hu se ye Galamsey o ha wo meji wadwuma fiosem na o betumi akon na se ye be I
can happily tell you say most of them also prefer energy adwuma no because omudidi
DC ni baka se ene
je adwuma no mum
ene je adwuma no mum
because omudidi
ene
in fact my for we kan say ye investigations kakra ya che say ye wa ahemfo a weekly Galamsey is no de omo kon say omo de koma omo ye wo queen mothers are weekly omo je omo de
ye wa ahemfo ni bia omo ankasa ye Galamsey
ensu tim omo ye bie ye wa asofo a omo ye bie
wa
ena appointees there will send there enye
and I say wow ye journalist who was our list why investigation
in fact and I can tell you on authority say one region is here in him. The regional minister is fighting the regional NADMO boss because of Galamsey because NADMO boss no say makwan emo nye Galamsey certain areas are omoye and because of that regional minister nene yakasi see na make say omo ni
omo hosem and I make can say wow ye journalist what me your investigation and information we nyina ye tumi nka say national security needs information we so what I say
no
ye tumi nka sa
na doc even the president himself I make admission say he's aware say some of his appointees are involved inti if sa admission president to make here and also want to mean your own free. Oh yeah. Oh, just you can say you have your phone. Just go. You will see it. He admitted. President in his speech, he said, yes. When him there, government appointees are involved. Chiefs are involved. Opinion leaders are involved. And the minister himself said, Okono Oyezen na onyim de Galamsey Okono Oyezen and he said wallahi Okono Yeden. No there. One force no causa. Nzimenyi o causa.
Yeah. Because seeing money and living it is
but when we're saying it, when you were in opposition, the demeanor was not like that too. Oh no, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. About wait.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
Okay.
I'm happy the chicken are coming home to roost.
Say unim dia as I said national security enim. I was say regional security enim. Na yekon say susuampa say regional minister ni NADMO coordinator. Galamsey hunti omo kontokwa dia. Signal na say nke ko ba bi asese ko. Na wo mo asese ya twoma so. Na saa de we nyina kanfu ano. Me say enipa asem si wo ho a sampani wo be ko no ono onko afuomu onko enwuromu ana say nsuomu onkotu bi de mo ono te wo na oje ne hye it's a shame say wo yo hene pa wo ewo area na yakotu Galamsey na yesi enje no ye sense ase ye tumi mfanya afuo ye wia na ye discount bi abro no waje na wo say man nyina free mu ana omu wu a wan so na wo kodi ohene no say akoko ana say krokro ne ntakra ne man ye kase ye meboa ohine du ba bi ase ye soa ye duzi abakan mu na nipa ni nyina yare no omotitifia na omowu a wan na ba be soa wan na be so ochenye eti enye enkan ye bo ohine say ohimpon frewa wa to mu say na eni die ni tumi edi akire na so na ya tutu ye ho ase se ne ye kɔ edi a enye ade be boa ya so man say o ma me ho kwan dia na me mfa media budget ne so media budget emra na ehye say afibia yetwa half year ni wia yesan mehwe yesika sem budget na ye de to o man nanim no through parliament say nsakire bi wo ho a ebetumi aya review ye be say the first half no ekoyie anankoyie se koyie a den na man ekoyie sankoyie so a den na amanankoyie sorry na den ye betumi nsise ebe na betumi de agu ho ama ye sikasem ye nwumasem ne ye niema aka nyina no because adwin bi ebeba ye trim bia se epese ye de ye omani ye e sikasem adwin bia enti ye tumi tutu ye sika yie dia ye sikasem yie dia ebe mo man ye di yie na ye hwese minister obey enche ye bia cabinet ema approval moko akwajiska I think say parliament could pass it. Me there as a teacher and I'm biased. I don't hide it anyway. Say anything about education me pay and I love it. Say you say double track na you be here near twem. Na ya ye ko school ye nim say January na ye be school. Ye nim say den be ma kwan ansa na ye de bronya. You see I'm no ka say kwan be to me ma kwan na ye nim so mama kwan. We wo school we wo fie aye hunyan nti se aban be kwa akwajiska na se dormitories ne besio se classrooms ne besio na ye twa saade nim no ebeboa na na me no kasa yi because of free SHS no numbers na akoso no teachers ne ntumi nkomasem and omunye obi anso nka mom and this where sometimes I get so mad about the unions don't say nagrat nat me what the omoye ye was school and nipa over 500 students omoda form over 500 omoda form na sebi wonya ba bi na ya obeda asuade hwe na ya wo de mu misa Peace FM ene mu nyina all your affiliates there are schools yan kan ye ko school ye say ye ko dan ne why school gathering e compulsory wan kwa wanya asem there are schools deliberate say ye kan se yan ko dan ne ho na school fo ni bi say omo nkwa teacher ni bia nkɔhye omso omko because wo ye mistake kɔfo so omso omko omko munya ba bi ntena if there is a school you want just one stream almost 1,500 2,000 students dining hall na fani pass 600 into breakfast ni kwa ye kase ye kwa just ye kwa 3 times and at each time no bia first year ni second year e wo school and at first year ni almost a combination especially omo ye double track ni ade into at each point na say wo nipa 2,000 minimum e wo school breakfast na na omo to me nko omo ko ne say e to me nko 4 times breakfast omo nyina be transi be didi bia be sesa Jensen na Jensen na omo 7 woduan kwa ni nyina dodo yesen asan ya ko huru ma serve foforo ye de time ni nyina ye de be instructional time ni nyina ye de be dining hall sem asan na lunch ni sa nti ni nyina nkamfo an ye nhwe den ye be ye ni yie betumi aboa ma se double track sem e be free ho ye be sisi dormitories ni bia ye sisi bi nkan ho ye sisi classroom ye sisi bi nkan ho afei hwe o man panikufo time or can I say every district ye upgrade one secondary school in terms of science nanka omotumia ye science other smaller schools ni betu aba a particular school aba be lab ne other practicals no yen hwe say smaller schools ni ye betumi expanding ye ye afidie so maka me say blocks ne ye ni dey no aka ebetumi convert say 200 near 150 kra esisi dormitories count near the board na it doesn't matter the location enipa beko there are some of the blocks and then see what kakraka and so less than half of the school is occupied and so enipa ni bi nya ba bi nko bia person ko school akese no enti omo nyina kogu ho na eho yiri ma aboroso meanwhile other schools no nipa wo musa because conditions are no enye ni kan say ebema obi I na ju say obeko say say BEC results enche na aba ebeba ye be preschool ho obi a be pre say obeko particular school na me fa we so enemy nuanom Ghana fo adi nkomo say sebio nye obi a na nyankopon bo no say obeko secondary school akwa ye maths and English nyina e dia ba be yiye wasase so Kaipa my classmate na na obetumi ahwe anim say ya na ohwe wonnim ade e woni trim odane ne ho ofa paper na wadro ono so ne nyame de ball no obi ye table na esiwo na ye ka je say nya machine na mum nipa nsa na ye de ye ya wonyini the such people na ye mom training na san kan ho a na ya to machines amom a na ya hu nkohia say oman we ye betiska akọ China akoto nkonya
only dem so nyame de ball me
catch them.
Some of you on catch us all time as
the time is soon. I
can't tell me, Mammy,
budget review. What's them?
David, they can make Chama.
Oh, Nyambote. Oh, anti young jobs, job creation. And nice grease you. Say Nippon near Jumaya, Ajumboni Benitrim. And can near world class near Bube, and now Ajumboni creating more tomb. And young one crying, and one crying or bottom, a crano to me cotum. It won't work. Anti young share pioneer fast one. You be creating the enabling environment. Say me to me a be a juma, me be do a juma, na bibi tax system no. Say ye taxi a edu baby no. We are crowding some of the private sector institutions out. Okay. How do we improve revenue collection from the informal sector?
Minister should come and tell us that today.
Informal sector.
He should come and tell us.
And if be 200 cedis a day, artisan. Now, all year rough calculation a week no 1,002, a month no 4,800 on tier tax. Obi ya juma or no te obaha yesi odi ahinka on the two bosom ye 3,000 on the 18 tax. On me and one and sika wasro. How do we improve revenue from the informal sector? Yama ya adwene ko sa anya man.
Mate medase. Lawyer.
Nana,
what 3 minutes?
Me nua bisam Asem the president.
In your 3 minutes no.
Him fan okay. Na me chere the president omiti organized labor. Now admitted there. Nananom political parties. And even to the extent there, some people switch camp. The party ni ba power pair no one's waba do jidam sike na buana dam concession yenye juma wodo. Oya admission or oya correct admission. Or admitted so there. Some people within the government were involved. Yes, them own them up because he has said them. And
not in government.
I'm quoting him.
Also some of our people.
Also, I don't kid myself that we don't have our own people involved.
Yeah, of course. Galamsey
our own people. He's the president.
Galamsey communities. NDC for communities.
Yo, into them crofun own he is aware of them. Don't own them.
A big problem.
Nana, another one. Doc some a very important thing.
Which is
sometimes as leaders or they man crofun taken serious. When the NDC was in opposition, they said something. I agreed with them at that time. The Waba, they will phase out the double track system in 2027.
And you thought it was feasible?
Now agility I was a cane. And what dinner was a cane no ejinanchana bakoro feasible. What can change 2027 and no biara you are all year damn double track no.
That is next year.
That's next year.
That's next year. Now Waba issue statement there. It is not possible in 2027 and that it will be possible in 2029. Internet chede wagadre na wazi yehen. Budget ya ye kaka ho asem atul kaka ho asem ndi. Ato. Ma million po ahwa mo wara ato. Hwe Ghana for retwende ebaba ka. Ejuma e create wo afi na bosum isona wabosom na mpo se ntum create ya wo panyin dado there within the next year about to be creating juma my youth Ghana for hwehwe there dam night market na esi create no so obotum wakoto wakezi go dam night market na gide wa ye juma na so wanye juma dam night market no obede na wakezi go wato oni na Ghana for hwehwe wete yo na sekagina ho ekaye de fundamentals no CCR no inflation no why na CD no na hoze na akosura na eresro Ghana fo mranta akomze one nketesi akomze one anase fo akomze one teacher fo akomze one fitter fo akomze one na chire kasro one wo mbashebo gomo. There must be hope, please. We are serious. Oh. Yenyu abere wo mani mo. The new brown soldier. nti budget no okari di no ma ye hu de sika ba ye kutokum ma ye hu de adwuma wo ho a ibiara tumiri ye dem wo se adwuma no bobodo no ono na yewewe na de usul ka dwuma kaka de besia kogo ma odo ogwan na ye dem wo bi fi na no ho abɔ na ade na dam sam no nyono na Ghana fo ye hwete yo ye hwehwete de eba ma ni ndwuma yebotum ya ye na yetum ye kedugwan wo da market ni mu no na see spring all over the market all over na say adwuma nyi ho a yebotum ye sika gu ekutokum ye kedugwan wo gomu wa oye meaningless nyansa bia sabe onyim
mate mami misa onua na me fata maka no so ma no na yepon obya o
meka media
yeso kosko na waya de o samri pa
na ne opanyin Duku kai se o manpanyin Mahama se na aben mu fo ya Galamsey na nya no kware o se Galamsey no eso nti both MPP ne NDC fo nyina ka ho bi but to single out and say the government appointees ya Galamsey nem say ho no buayo bi a e wo se etien no media review the betchen ohye mrakwan mu se aban no ye chechire koyen anim na ne ye beba ne abunkunta ne ahwe se nhyehyeye a ye de si yen ani so se afe ne bekoyen awie no na yen atimi aye no ye nam ne kwan so opanyin ato pe no nim ne oba be ka kire yen na mom metimi akase appropriation anase sika parliament J2 mu se yemfa ni dwuma afie no menye ni se ene review you oba be sere sika ni biaka esanse ye nyina be dia dance se aban yi bai efa yen sika ntoto we hu nsem no akọ nanim chan aban foforo twam aban etwam na niema bo gwanga ma food inflation kreku bedum ribi na kodu 54% ene yen CD ahoden ejina ne nanso
ma yetu koko foka
ene
koko akuafo anya sika
ene
koko ye export
yen sika ntoto no ntese ne aneteka na nti ye ogidi se
koko akuafo wasa ka won
aban mpanyimfo ni titiri ato forcing ne dom namso no ye bebo abaso ne edi hobio opanyin ankrakai se adusua mu nsem ho hia no menim se budget ye na ye be kan no nhyehyɛ wo mu a eba beboa ama NDC share boss ye ba free SHS ye rentwam na mum ye be review sabre no ye can review a ye nuanom MPP fu se review kyerɛ ye betwam ye nga ye review ehu gaps a contribute to double track no ene ho nsem bebre baby kura wo school bi wo desk keken wo hia baby wo senior ye kan no influx nipa no abedoso and nti there will be proposals misusu and amejedi say ye be expand review largely review no na inform and nsem amobeti ni bi and then nsem ni bi say free SHS new policy no and nti afi na ye the solution after review no meaning say there will be expansion our infrastructure we schools in Ibemu meaning say category A schools in Ibemu senior educational minister kind no we ba expand a more infrastructure category B schools in Ibemu so ye be page mu na etimi aba category A na fe schools in Ibemu so and hwekrampo a me person meje nsem na fe minister no there may even be new schools and to deal with that problem of the gap. There's the likelihood say you be see schools in the account. Inti enensem no eyede. No kware ni nhyehyɛ ayede to akwam.
Eyeda na eyede. Wehu de da.
Mehu mani so. Menim say eyede.
O say atopɛ no onim ansɛm ɔdrema. Ina ɔkasa fine jama. Mempada mama kana so Ghana funa wɔhwɛ ato.
Na enenti ye nyina ye hwɛ ene nea ɔde ba betu gwa bio mo behwɛ a nsuyiri sɛm ba nkran yi
time na so
ye nyina nsusu sɛ beba enenti there will be some form of realignment na etimi aboa ma nkran nsuyiri ene nea etu ye nanu a ye nyina ni enye kuwa sa adwumadu no wɔde ahyɛ wɔn sa no betimi ayɛ wɔn adwuma yi enti ene de ene bɛyɛ de megye is
okuaku afo so wonti wonti work out
okuaku de say
I am on va usai nye oku
nti megye di is yeba betena ha okasa wi a ne mu nsem no so ya be pense
me damase me penifo me damase anopɛ penifo miensa anopɛ mo baaye e ma ye ne mo etwetwe enkomo